All right, a lot of people are out there restoring old cars and they're running into a lot of rust problems. And after you replace a floor or a rocker panel like you see right here, you got to get up underneath and you got to seam seal everything that you welded in. The reason you do that is so you don't have leaks, you don't have moisture, you don't have dirt and debris getting in between everything and causing rust again. So what I do, and this is what you should do, is I use brushable seam sealer. Now what that is, I'm going to show it to you here. It comes in a can, you take a brush, and then you brush everything with the seam sealer instead of buying 5 or 6 caulking tubes full of seam sealer. But I found something that's going to save us money, and this is what's really important, because the price of paint supplies is outrageous, am I right?
Yep.
It's gone overboard. To paint a truck like this is beyond imaginable census, and it's best just to try to save money and go down the line, and that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you how to save money when it comes to seam sealer. Come on, follow me.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
So what we got here, we got 2 products. Now another product is the caulking gun mechanism system. And I believe I have some, hang on one second. Yes, I do have a tube of Roburlo. This is a Roburlo seam sealer. This is the best I've ever used in my life. This stuff is self-flowing, it's real creamy, and it works really awesome. If you're doing a high-end restoration, and you want the best of the best, this is the brand to use right here. Okay, and we're going to be using this on our 71 Chevelle that we're restoring. It's going to be a beautiful car, and it's going to come out awesome, and that's what we're saving this for. But if you're on a budget, you're not going to spend $60 for a tube of seam sealer. Am I right?
Absolutely.
If you're on a budget, you're not going to spend $65, $70 on brushable seam sealer. Now, granted, this isn't $65 or $70. This is more like $50. You can buy this online for about $50 plus shipping. So by the time you're done, it comes out to around $60. This is the trick I'm going to show you. Do you see this stuff right here? What does that say?
Roof leak repair.
That's right. This is a seam sealer, people. And it's not just a seam sealer like this right here. This is a rubberized coating. You apply this to a surface, you wait anywhere from 24 to 48 hours, and it dries perfect. This stuff right here you can buy for between $20 and $32 for a quart. This stuff right here is going to do the exact identical same thing, and believe it or not, it's actually going to work better because it's not going to shrink. This is what I just say, rubberized. It's got a rubberized compound, so as it shrinks, it actually stretches as well. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? When it's rubberized, you can pull on it and stretch it.
Okay, got it, yeah.
So as it's drying, it's still holding and retaining the form that you made with it because it's stretching and conforming to what you used it on. Whereas this right here, when it shrinks, it can get minor air pockets in it. And if you buy the real cheap stuff, it shrinks down and it cracks and shrinks and looks like shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we just found out about this. Now another option, and this is only to be used on the inside of your vehicle. This is not to be used on the outside of it. As a seam sealer and save money is liquid nail. I've been using this stuff for years. It's a polyurethane construction adhesive and it works very well. So when you got a customer that's on a budget, I'm not going to go out and buy a $30 tube of caulking or a $60 tube of caulking to put on the floor. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm going to go and get the $7, $8 tube of liquid nail construction adhesive, and I'm going to use that on the inside of my vehicle on the floor. So the first thing you're going to need to use this, you're going to need a couple throwaway brushes. That's very important. Another thing that you're going to need some lacquer thinner. And what that lacquer thinner is for is after you put the seam sealer on, you come back, you dip your brush in the lacquer thinner, and then you smooth it out. And as you do that, it's going to fill all the pinholes and the air bubbles and everything else in that is created by using it in a dry source. Let's go ahead and open this. I want to show you what it looks like. And as you use this, you need to use rubber gloves because it will get on your hands. So that's it right there, and you can see, look at this. Do you see that? Look. Okay. Very, very good stuff. Very good stuff. We're also going to go ahead and get a couple paint sticks. And then the most important thing on this job is a pair of gloves. Let me get those out. You want to make sure that you're using gloves. So we're not going to seam seal the inside of the truck today because I have to do the other side of the floor. And we'll wait until we do the whole floor until we do that. But we want to get up under there because on this left side we did some major replacement. We replaced the rocker panel, the floor, and the floor extension slash inner rocker panel. Very, very big job. I don't know how many people have done that on an old 70s truck, but let me tell you, that was a 4-day job, just doing that. Okay, so we're up under the car here, and can you see what's going on? We got our roof leak repair. And then if you look along here, now this is welded on the inside, and we also have welding going on here and up here and over here. This was a very, very big extensive job, but I want to seal this up. I want to make sure that it's all sealed up. And normally, like I said, you would go ahead and use seam sealer on something like this. But we're not using seam sealer today. We're going to use the Henrys. So we're going to go ahead and open it up like this. Now it does take approximately, depending on the weather, it takes approximately 24 to 48 hours for this to dry 100%. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's very thick stuff. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get some out, just like that. Do you see that? And we're going to come over here, and then we're just going to cover it like this. Do you see what's going on? And this stuff dries very, very well. It's very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. Do you see how I'm brushing that on there, Minnie?
Yeah.
And you can see that actually this is the middle of the winter, so I don't even really need to use a stick. I can just use this.
It's the middle of the summer.
I know, that's what I just said, didn't I?
No, you said winter.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So it's the middle of the winter, and the brush is working great. So we're going to seam seal this up just like this, using our Henrys, and saving a lot of money, people. I actually found this, if I wanted to order it online, I found it for $14 versus buying it locally for $30. Do you see how nice that goes on, Minnie, the Body Shop girl?
Yeah,
Are you watching that? Huh?
I'm seeing that.
Yeah, so if you were going to do this, let me ask your opinion. Which route would you go? Seam sealer or Henry's?
Well, that Henry's looks a lot nicer. It's smooth out. Looks like.
Yeah, it's really does a beautiful job. Look at that. And I'm going to go ahead and use the word unbelievable. That my friend Pete is always showing us stuff to do, you know, to make our vehicle right. You see what I'm saying? Huh? Okay, so we're going to get this right here. We're going to come up here where I welded it. Look how nice that looks. And it goes on really smooth. So how does that look to you, Minnie, the body shop?
It looks really good.
Yeah. And it doesn't just look good, it works good. Okay?
Yeah.
It works good. And that's the main thing about this whole situation, is that we get this to seal properly where we're not going to get leaks and you know, just see what I'm saying though? And this stuff here, it's so smooth and creamy. I mean, it just goes right in all them grooves like nothing and works great. So let me get over here behind it. I gotta get this right here without it getting out. There we go. So once again, we're using Henry's roof leak on this. Just because it says roof leak doesn't mean that it's not going to stop leaks everywhere. If it's a leak stopper, it'll work on basically anything. It's going to be a beautiful situation. It's unbelievable to the point that I saved a lot of money. I saved a lot of money, and I am going to pass that on to my customer, where he will save money. And that's what makes the world go round, is passing everything on, not just saving money for you, the body shop owner, but saving it for the owner of the vehicle too. There's a lot of crooks out there that will buy this stuff, which is a cheaper price, and then they charge the customer the most expensive shit. Do you see what I'm saying? And then they tell the customer, oh, but I'm selling it to you at my cost. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, and I just took my glove off on accident using this product called Henry's. Can you see that up above my head? Okay, so we're using Henry's roof leak to do the job we need to do. This is a rubberized product, it's a wet patch and a roof leak repair, and it's going to be awesome. We'll see you later. Take it easy, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, using a product that says yes to the body shop owner and to the customer. And I didn't even need to use a stick today. How do you feel about that? And I didn't use now see, on seam sealer you have to use lacquer thinner to smooth it all out to make it look like that. You have to. It's mandatory. So, well, it's been a few days since we put our Henry's on, our wet patch Henry's. Let's get up under there and let's see what we got. So if we look right there, there's our wet patch Henry's, and you can see this stuff is solid, people. There's not going to be any leakage on it. There's not going to be anything going on. Came out really, really nice. I got to do some over here. You can see where I missed. I'll go ahead and get that real quick. But the rest of it, it looks beautiful. Look at this. So remember, the next time you need seam sealer and you need to brush on some seam sealer, don't waste your money. Don't waste your time on buying 3M brand or any other automotive brand. Get the Henry's. Can you give me that can, please?
Yeah.
I'm over here advertising for this company. They aren't paying me nothing to do it, and my neck hurts. Down here on the ground. There you go. So there you go right there. Henry's patch, wet patch. Use it, abuse it, and don't ever lose it. Because if you do, you just screwed up, people. Take it easy.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.